This is Hard Truths with Doug. This is a segment where I tell you all about something that is true. It's very hard to believe, but it's my job to convince you that it is in fact true. Today's Hard Truths segment is about something that's very near and dear to my heart, and I hope it is for all of you too. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How many here love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Okay. You guys, don't worry. Don't worry. I love this movie, so I'm not going to be doing any disservice to this film, so don't even worry about it. What I'm going to talk about instead is the remake that's happening, the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Have any of you seen this yet? Yeah. But first of all, I have to address the fact that this is sort of a misnomer. It shouldn't actually be called the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because it's really not directed or written by Michael Bay. He's actually just producing it. The actual director's name is Jonathan Liebsman. Now, what else has he done? Well, let's find out. He's done Darkness Falls, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Beginning, Battle Los Angeles, and Wrath of the Titans. Now, I want to know why would they pick somebody who does all of that to do something with the Turtles? They're very real. They're very human. We're instead getting fake turtles in a real environment with an April O'Neil played by Megan Fox. That's the turtle van, apparently. This is supposed rumors. So we're missing the heart. Like, we're missing some realistic stuff. So it's too late to save the Turtles movie. It's already being filmed. It's going to be done. There's nothing we can do. It's happening. But what I'd like to do today is to figure out who would have been better. Who would have been the best person to direct a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film? And I'd like to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to do like a little bit of a casting call here. We're going to try and we're going to audition and pretend to audition 4 different directors. Here are some criteria I think we can all agree would be a good idea for a Turtles film. Someone with a little bit of critical acclaim would be nice. Someone who can do a good mix of action and humor would be kind of cool. Someone who can entertain both children and adults. So it's not too stupid. It's not too above the children either. But someone who can also respect the source. All right, so I'm going to name 4 filmmakers I think who could do the job. And I'm going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 5 pizzas on how good of a match they would be for a Turtles film. So here we go. First one. Frank Oz, director of The Dark Crystal, Indian in the Cupboard, and Bowfinger. I think these films prove, as a director, that he can do comedy, he can do children's films, family films, not just for the little ones. And with The Dark Crystal, obviously, he has experience with Jim Henson. Jim Henson did the original animatronics. I think it's good. Let's give him a rating of 2 pizzas out of 5. I think that's a good match. Good match. Next filmmaker is J.J. Abrams. A lot of mixed feelings. He has a lot of mixed feelings, but J.J. Abrams has proven that he can do action and comedy well. The lens flare is a problem, but he also hasn't really done anything family-friendly. Is Super 8. It's ensemble, but not really. So I'm going to give him 3 because he would be able to make one that makes a lot of money, and that'd be a lot of fun. So 3 pizzas out of 5. Brad Bird, director of Iron Giant, The Incredibles, and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. He does live action, he does animation, ensemble pieces, action, humor, family-oriented. This guy can do it all. I'm going to give him 4 out of 5 pizzas. I think that's pretty good. He's one of my favorites. And last but not least, Edgar Wright, director of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. He does nostalgia, he does comedy, he does action. I think he's got it all. I'm giving him 5 out of 5 pizzas. Now, again, we can't, I'm glad you like that, but we can't make him the director of the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I just wish that there was one director who could have done it, who actually had the realistic chance, who would have had the strengths of all of them and the weaknesses of none of them. But if we think about it, there is one man who could do the job. Someone who actually has the critical acclaim. Someone who does a good mixture of action and humor. Someone who can entertain children and adults and proven to have respected the source. Who could this person be? Michael Bay. You don't think so? Well, let's take a look at it. He has 2 films in the Criterion Collection. Both The Rock and Armageddon are to be considered films worth preserving for the Criterion Collection. This isn't Photoshop, this is real. Now, out of all the films he has done, I think it's about 11 films right now, but he's working on the other one. Out of these films, they've earned 16 Oscar nominations. This isn't just pure crap. They're actually getting some recognition. That means if you have worked on a Michael Bay film, there is more than a 50% chance that the film you worked on has earned an Oscar nomination. Action and humor? Exhibit A and B. I think that says it. Good action, good humor, mixture of both. Now these are other, you could argue these are other good examples. You could say, but Wait a minute, Edgar Wright, he did Hot Fuzz. He can do the action and the humor. So wait a minute, would you rather get the guy who pays homage to the guy who does it best? Or would you want to get the guy who actually does it right to begin with? The guy who actually does the original? So let's get that out of here. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Now, entertaining children and adults, let's look at this. The Transformers films. Love them or hate them, they entertain children and adults. How do we know this to be true? $1.2 billion in ticket sales. That's not merchandising. That's not toys. That's not bedroom sets. That's just tickets or even DVDs. That's just the ticket that you pay to see the film for only these three things. It's good for children and adults because now we have theme park rides, costumes, comic books, clothing, everything. Transformers was a dead franchise 10 years ago. Nobody would touch it. Now, you can't go anywhere without seeing any of this. Kids want to be Optimus Prime. You talk to a kid on the street 10 years ago, ask him who Optimus Prime is, he would have no idea. Now, everybody loves them. Everyone wants to be a part of it. If you were going to take this away, there would be a battle for it. Now, for respecting the source. Let's look at this very carefully. Let's take a look at the original, these are the Transformers films, obviously. Now, let's compare this to the quality of the Turtles films. Sounds fairly reasonable, right? Go ahead. Yeah, so the first one, classic. You can't beat this. I have nothing negative to say about this film. This is perfect. But now the sequel, oh, okay. Not quite as good, but, you know, Michael Bay level, I don't know, whatever. And then the third one, oh, that's right, it was shit. Now, if you compare these, you have one that's both franchises start great. One gets terrible as it goes along and never recovers and gets worse and worse. The other gets better, arguably better as it goes along. And now they're making a fourth one. Now, you can't tell me that Michael Bay could ruin the Turtles if it already shat its own bed to begin with. So, you can disagree. You can disagree. Yeah, you can be a hater. I'm giving him, go ahead, next. I'm giving him all of the pizzas. Because I think I've proven that whether you agree or not, he is the better choice. Now, I'm not asking you to be angry. I'm asking you to join me and realize that he is the better choice. And in doing so, if you can stand for what you, like me, if you can stand for what you believe in and find the strength to do what is right, that's turtle power, my friend. This has been Hard Truths with Doug. I'm out.